They say that humans can't comprehend consciousness. I disagree. Let me explain why. A blind person has no visual input. A blind person does not see black. They just see nothing. It's like trying to see out of your elbow. Now let me ask you, dear sighted viewer who probably has eyes, or probably can see out of their eyes, can you comprehend that? Can you imagine what it's like to not see anything at all, like not even black? No, you can't, because you've never been blind in your life. But a blind person, or formerly blind person, can comprehend that, because they have experienced it in their life. And it goes the other way around as well. Blind people have no comprehension of colour, shapes, or what the world looks like, but we do. They have they don't know what sight is, but we do. Do you know why? Because we've experienced it. Therefore, I believe that it is actually possible to comprehend consciousness, and we just haven't done it yet. There is an experience that we haven't experienced yet that would allow us to comprehend consciousness. So, now that we have that out of the way, should we want to comprehend consciousness? Well, absolutely. If we were to comprehend consciousness, we would be so much closer to understanding our minds, and we could gain so much more control over ourselves and our minds, and I think I would frankly love that, wouldn't you? So let's try to comprehend consciousness. There's one slight problem. Where do we start? Because here's the thing, if I gave you £1 million and told you to spend the money on finding out what consciousness actually was, where would you start? Consciousness really is just a bunch of chemical reactions and neurons firing in the brain. But why do we need that? Because I would define consciousness as the ability to know that you exist. And why is it that we evolved to know that we exist? Surely it would be better to evolve if we were just random robots walking around, completing tasks without thinking. Well, here's the thing. Perhaps it's because humans have to be able to make up decisions on the spot if we are to survive. If you program a robot to survive in the wild, there'll always be a circumstance that you couldn't plan for and you couldn't program it to it, and so the robot will die pretty quickly. No, you need something capable of making up decisions on the spot. And perhaps the only thing capable of that is something that knows that it exists. And maybe that's why we evolved to be conscious. But that conclusion raises 3 more questions. Evolution cares more about us surviving than us knowing what reality is, so it's perfectly possible that our reality is partially or entirely made up, because if we believe in that reality, it makes us more likely to survive, if that makes sense. The third question is, well, if we can really make decisions on the spot, how much control do we actually have over our mind? It feels like that evolution probably gave us just enough control that we could survive, and no more than that. Everything else was left up to our subconscious and our bodily functions. It feels like most of our actions are influenced by our subconscious, okay? And bodily functions. The main argument for free will doesn't exist is, outside input influences our actions. The other reason, I think, is because, well, did I choose to eat today? Or did I just do so because I didn't want to starve? Would I choose to dodge a bullet? Or would I just do so because I didn't want to die? Why can't I turn off my pain receptors when I want to because I already know that I'm injured? I don't need to keep knowing that I'm injured.